Hello, and welcome to Mr. Drybones Presents a review of Trials of Mana. I picked up this game on the day it came out, April 24th of 2020. It released on the Nintendo Switch and on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to be reviewing the Nintendo Switch edition. Now, the reason it took me so long to do a review for this title is because I bought it when it came out, I played it on my Twitch channel, and I just only recently got around to finishing the post-game. So, without further ado, let's get into Trials of Mana, and let me tell you what I think. So here we are, inside Trials of Mana. This is Reese. She is the main protagonist that I have selected in my second playthrough. Trials of Mana is an action RPG. It released on April 24th, 2020 for both the Xbox, for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. It was not released on the Xbox. It's an action RPG, controls very well. There are 6 characters, each one with their own story, and the story does follow the same story beats no matter who you choose. There's a bad guy, they want to do bad things, and you have to stop them by reviving the Goddess of Mana. That's pretty much as simple as it gets. Each character does have their own individual bits of growth, whether you're playing as Reese, the captain of the Guard of the Amazons, Angela, the princess of the Kingdom of Altena, or Hawkeye, who is a thief, trying to save his, girlfriend? I haven't played as Hawkeye yet. Anyway, you can choose 3 characters. We only have one right now because I only just started this playthrough. When you have your 3 characters, you can switch between them at any time. You control all 3 simultaneously while only controlling one at a time. In a sense, you hit the 2 ZR and ZL buttons, or on the PlayStation, the L2 and R2 buttons, to switch between your characters. You can then access their skills and abilities, or just control them outright. So if you choose a character you're not really feeling, like if you choose Angela the Mage and you want to switch over to Kevin the Beastman, you can do that, and you can have a character who's more physical versus magic oriented. And I don't know why you'd want to do that, because Angela is really powerful and really fun to play, but hey, that's on you. Moving along, the game's controls are very good, very sharp and responsive. You've got your jump button, basic attack, strong attack, which you can charge up, and a dodge roll. And then down in the bottom right, you can see you can hotkey your favorite skills, or you hit the L button to open up your menu for doing your special attacks. These are what fills up your CS gauge, which is that 140% you see under my character. Let me go see if I can find a monster to use it on. And then while we're running over there, there's also the controls for the ring. So when you get into a battle, your items are limited to a certain number. So when you hit the up on the D-pad, it brings up your items. Now this is a second playthrough, so I've got quite a few items. And when you're in battle, they're limited to only 9. You can only use 9 per battle. So while I have 35 Wish Cups overall, I can only use 9 at any given battle. And I simply go between them, and the action freezes while I'm doing this. So you can take your time and select your items when you need them, but they do take a moment to cast. So if you get knocked down or something like that, you might find yourself in a bit of trouble, at least at the beginning of the game, or if you run into an enemy that can do a lot of damage. So let's check out that CS gauge. So we're going to hit the L button, and there we go. We killed these feetless rabbits. So the sound of the game, the soundtrack is excellent, really, really good, probably the best out of Square Enix at the time, back in 1995. This is a remake of a Super Nintendo game that never got released in the US. So if you're looking for something new from the Super Nintendo era, this is absolutely a good game to go with. But I can't really just talk about the sound without showing you, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the microphone and turn up the music for a minute, so hold on just a moment. Is good, and it's got all kinds of different songs, ranging from, happy forest music to the jaunty towns to something a little bit more desolate as we'll move into a sad moment. Oh, after a load screen, of course. Graphically, it might look a little bit pixelated on the Nintendo Switch version, but that's part of my recording. My capture card, at least in this instance, is only going to get me a 720p. But the game actually runs pretty well. There have been some instances of slowdown, drops in frame rates, but really nothing that really hindered my gameplay and my enjoyment of the game. The game itself takes about 20 hours to get through, with 5 hours on the post-game. I enjoyed it very much. I think this is a great game for anybody looking for an action RPG or something from the Super Nintendo era that they're really not, haven't played before. And if you don't want to go with this version, you want something more in line with the Super Nintendo, this game is also available on the Collection of Mana, which was released back in early 2019, if I remember right. Maybe it was on the fall. Either way, doesn't matter. If you want to play the Super Nintendo version, you can get that. It'll have the translation, and you'll be able to play the game in full English, and you'll also get the other two Mana games, the one that released Final Fantasy Adventure for Game Boy, and Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo, all in one nice collection. Cartridge, or I think it was only on Switch, wasn't it? Doesn't matter. So, yeah, if you're looking for something for Super Nintendo, a nice action RPG, I recommend it highly. I enjoyed it very much. This is my second playthrough, so I must have enjoyed it enough to try it again. And if you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. I know this wasn't the most comprehensive review. This is my first one, so next time I'll try and be a little bit more informative, and I think I learned a lot from this. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.